Awesome. All right, that being done, I'm going to call to order the July 25th City of Palm Springs Parks and Recreation Commission meeting. With that, let's go to roll call.
Okay, I'll do the roll call, and commissioners, when I call your name, if you can just indicate whether or not you're present. Alcorn,
Present.
Coladonato,
Present.
Crawford. Okay. Diaz, Finland,
Present.
Meyer,
Present.
Moralia,
Present.
and Spellman. So we have a quorum with Commissioners Diaz and Spellman excused, and I believe Commissioner Crawford will be joining us shortly.
Awesome. Thank you, ma'am. So can we get a report of the posting of the agenda, please?
So the agenda for this meeting was posted on Wednesday, July 20th, as required.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, with that being said, can we get an approval of the minutes?
Motion for approval.
Thank you, Michael.
I have a question about the minutes, actually.
Yes, sir. Michael, John? Yes,
It's
sir.
me, yeah. So in my commissioner comments, I am identified as actually Johnny instead of me.
So we can make that correction.
Sorry, I'm making notes as we speak. So yeah, we'll get that corrected as well. Thank you, sir. Any other amendments to the minutes? All right, with no other amendments, is there a second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you, John. With first and second of first of Michael and second of John, can I get a roll call vote to approve the minutes, please?
Alcorn,
Yes.
Coladonato,
Since I wasn't there, I'm gonna abstain from that.
okay. Finland,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes, approved.
and Moralia.
Approved.
All right. With that being done, appreciate that, everybody. So we're going to move on to the next section, which is public comments.
So we will, as is our normal practice, we will forward all written correspondence to you in your packets. We did not have any written correspondence to forward for this packet, but we will also allow this opportunity for any members of the public who've joined our meeting today who might be interested in speaking to have 3 minutes on the floor. So I would just ask any of our members of the public who have joined right now, if you could possibly raise your hand on Zoom so that I know that you're interested in speaking and we can allow you into the meeting. Okay, and it looks like we have Mary Barcelo who would like to speak.
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
We can hear you great.
Hi. I met you last meeting and welcomed you to the city. Mary Barcelo, USA Pickleball Ambassador, Round Robin Tournament Director, and I'm a contract instructor for Palm Springs and Palm Desert. I just have 2 items. One, could some of the money from the wall project that is now defunct go to building more pickleball courts? The season begins in October. We have not even started construction on more courts, or at least windscreens. So something that we could do possibly, since that project didn't go through. My second point is I'm a contract instructor for Palm Springs, and I'm being inundated by requests for lessons, even though it's still summer. I'd like to start teaching in Palm Springs in August, September, but because there's still a great demand in the early morning, I get people that are mad at me when I try to go on and teach for the city, and they harass me. So I don't want to create that problem. I thought as soon as the air conditioning could go on in the gym, I could do 2 of my classes inside, my advanced beginners, my beginners, and maybe just do 1 class outside with my advanced group. So I wouldn't be taking up too much time from the public. And this is mainly just because we haven't built more courts. So I'm just wanting to address the fact that there's a great demand for instruction. There's great demand for reasonable classes through the city and not private clubs charging $100. And I'd like to meet that need. I have people that want to help me teach, but we need a venue. And if we take up the public courts in the morning when it's cool, the public will be angry. So we're hoping to teach in the gym as soon as you get the air conditioning in. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other comments?
I don't see any right now. I just want to give everyone one more second. If there's anyone else on the call who would like to speak in public comment. Okay, it looks like that's it.
Okay, from that, we're going to move on to the director's report.
Okay, thank you, Chair Alcorn. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to use this item on the agenda to provide you with some updates on the status of some of our projects and our programs and our activities. So first up, since our last meeting on June 27th, we had a couple of items from Parks and Rec that went to council. On June 30th, City Council approved amendment number 2 to our agreement with Action Park Alliance, who's our operator for the skate park. This amendment does 2 primary things. So first, it increased the overall hours of operation for the facility. And then second, it extended the term of the agreement for an additional 2 years. So that original agreement that we had was for a 5-year period of time, 2018 through 2023. And with that amendment number 2, the agreement extension will go until 2025. For hours of operation of the facility, it was currently at 56 hours a week. And the amendment will increase those hours to 66 hours a week. So that is a great news item for our community. On the July 14th City Council meeting, City Council read a proclamation to recognize July as Parks and Recreation Month for the city of Palm Springs. So a really nice recognition that we received from Council. 4th of July, obviously, was spectacular. We have this amazing photo of the fireworks over the pole. Parks and Rec organized 4 days of activities for all of our communities. Friday, July 1st, we had the dive-in movie at the swim center where attendees were able to watch Jungle Cruise from the pool. On Saturday, July 2nd, we had the live music concert in Downtown Park, and that was the one with the Tom Petty tribute band. On Sunday, July 3rd, we organized a movie in the park and we presented Goonies at Ruth Hardy Park. And then of course, on Monday, July 4th, we culminated all of these amazing festivities with a concert, a pool party, and an amazing fireworks show at Sunrise Park and at the Swim Center. So one, I just wanted to take this moment to really thank the Parks and Rec staff for all of their hard work in making that weekend a success, because obviously all of it actually was planned before my arrival. So I just want to thank the amazing staff that we have here for that. I also wanted to provide you guys with some facility highlights. So this is absolutely not an exhaustive list of what's going on at our facilities, but I did want to touch on some of those programs that are underway and are also coming up. So at James O. Jesse, summer camp will be coming to a close next week on August 5th. We've got the drill team and drum squad camp as well. That's wrapping up this week. Wednesdays, we're hosting the 50 and better activities. And of course, we've got the crew bike club on the second and fourth Fridays in front of the center. Coming up on August 2nd, we have the annual backpack giveaway, and that is at 5 o'clock. Summer camp at the Leisure Center and Pavilion. We've got summer camp is also wrapping up on August 5th. Coming up on August 15th, our FKO after school program will begin, as well as the Pee Wee Rec program. At Dumuth, we've got the Art of Crafting classes. They started earlier in July, and this special class is for 18 years and up, and it explores jewelry making and painting and mixed media. On August 8th, we'll have the annual backpack giveaway at Dumuth with games and activities as well. We have a number of capital projects that are in motion. So I wanted to just go over a couple of those. We've got the Pavilion acoustic upgrades moving forward. And as I mentioned, our summer camps are wrapping up at the Pavilion in early August. So this basically is really giving us site availability so that we can have our contractors come into the Pavilion and install the new speakers and the equipment without disrupting our community programs. The system is going to give us a space that has better amplified sound capability. It's going to enable us to use the space for our regular programs, as well as enhance the space as a facility rental for meetings and for the community. Timeline, right now, the audio equipment should be installed in late August. So I'll be able to provide another update on the status of that one at our next commission meeting. Restrooms for Dumuth and Desert Highlands are also both nearing completion. In terms of schedule right now, I think we could anticipate a fall opening for those restroom facilities. The rec field LED lighting, of course, upgrades, those are at Dumuth to replace the older metal halide luminaires. For schedule of this one, I would anticipate it going to council in the fall for awarding the contract. Construction could likely begin then later in the fall, and overall completion would be anticipated for early 2023. I'm guessing sort of the first quarter of 2023 for that. These are just 4 projects that are in motion. We have a lot of capital projects, and I may not have touched on your favorite project, but what I would like to do is I am still getting up to speed on the status of all of our capital projects, and I will plan on providing regular updates at our commission meetings to keep you informed about these schedules moving forward. And that completes my director report.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, so at this time, we're going to move on to this discussion action items. We have some new positions coming available. Action item number 1A is election of commission chair. Is there any nominations or suggestions for commission chair?
I vote for Jerry.
Was that Johnny?
If possible? Yes, ma'am. Hey, can I
this
say
is-
something else?
Yeah,
Real quick? Yvonne, so it looks like the bathrooms at Dumuth Park by the pickleball facility, it looks like they took the fence down, and I don't know if they're ready to, I think they look like ready to use, but sure. You have any update on that part?
Johnny, I didn't hear what the last part of your sentence was.
Oh, just that it looks like it's ready for use because they took down all the screen fencing. I don't know. I
We're
drive by it
definite-
all
yeah.
the time.
We are definitely really close, though. I do not believe, though, that the facility has opened yet.
Got it. Okay.
This is Commissioner Meyer. I would just second for Jerry, just because I think this is a great new opportunity for Jerry to have full access to a full working team. And he's been such an incredible leader for us over the past year while we've had an interim director, and now we have Yvonne, which is wonderful. And I think that Jerry's leadership combined with Yvonne's experience could take us into a really great space of leadership. So I'd love if Jerry would stay on for another term.
I appreciate the nomination. Thank you. Any other nominees? All right.
If there is, so if there's only one nominee for chair, we can actually just accept that through unanimous consent because we don't necessarily even have to poll for that. Does anyone have any concern with doing it that way?
No.
No, I'm good.
All right.
Okay,
Well, thank you very much, people. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I really do. Look forward to working for us for another year. So at this time, we're going to go to action item B, which is election of commission vice chair. Is there any nominees for vice chair?
This is Commissioner Meyer. I would, based on the same logic, I would nominate Johnny as well, Commissioner Caldonado, just because I think that both of you deserve an opportunity to work with a fully running Parks and Rec Commission, and you've done a wonderful job so far. Especially, I personally appreciated all the work you did with all of our holiday work, and I'd love to see how much more we can do now that we have a director. So my nomination would be for Commissioner Caldonado again.
Thank you, Susie.
Well said. I don't know with my position. I don't think I can nominate, or I gotta stay out of this. So I can't say anything. But if I had to choose or ask, I'm right along with Susie on this one. I'd like to keep Johnny on to see if we can see how we can go for another year with an actual director and take this commission to where it needs to be. Any other nominations or comments? Not trying to railroad anybody or push anybody out. Please speak up. No feelings.
No, I mean, I would echo what Susie said. I think you guys deserve the opportunity to lead us while we have a new director.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that.
I concur and I support both individuals for continuity in their position.
Thank you, Michael. So, you know what, at this time, it's unanimous. Again, there's no other nominations. We're going to move forward with Johnny as vice chair. And no need to nominate since there's nobody else been elected or asked.
okay.
Awesome. I want to say thank you though to everybody. I appreciate the vote of confidence again. I really do.
Yeah, I'm with Jerry on that too. We've got a good team, and I think with having you on as our new director, we can do some good things, and let's just keep doing what we do, and let's just get projects moving forward.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so at this time, we're going to go to section C, which is discussion, report from ad hoc committees. I don't know if any of our ad hocs met. I know the 3 top priorities for Measure J have been submitted to Measure J from the Parks and Recs, which I appreciate. As far as any other ad hoc committees, I don't think the dog park or even the pickleball committees have met, but I might be overspeaking my bounds. But I do want to let all the commissioners know and just get ready and stay on point for, just keep an eye out on our different parks. Start taking little notes of, hey, this needs to be taken care of. You're looking at this needs to be addressed, so that we can bring it to our new director and start getting stuff taken care of in our local parks. Okay.
Jerry,
Yes, sir.
Just jump in. I've been in touch as of today, actually, with my joint members on the ad hoc committee for pickleball. And I put together some tentative dates and times, and there will be a forthcoming email sent to those committee members for discussion purposes for ongoing topics of concern pertaining to the advancement of pickleball in the Palm Springs community, and also the items that were shared during public comment today. They'll be delved into and discussed at these meetings as well. So I'm going to reach out to the group, and I'm putting forth some dates, and I will try to be as accommodating as I can as far as dates and times, because I know everyone's schedule is diverse. But just to put that on the table and to present that, I'm hoping to set up something for the very first week in August for that ad hoc committee for furtherance and discussion on the advancement of pickleball in the Palm Springs community.
We appreciate that. And can you do me a favor, Michael, and make sure to email Janet, the secretary for the Parks and Rec Commission, so that way she can let everybody know what your findings are, because next month we are going dark. September, we always take off for the commission. And I still want to try to get stuff moved ahead as far as pickleball. As you heard, she spoke again. See if we can get, shade or whatever we can do it for a temporary until we get some new courts made. I know that's in the works as well, but let's see what we can get moving on and not stall it months and months and months. You know what I mean? Even though we're not.
I will definitely let Janet know as far as what's coordinated for meetings.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Okay, with that being said, is there any other ad hoc kind of updates? All right.
I have my hand raised, but maybe you can't see it. I don't know.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, John, with this, I don't see it with this format, but I apologize. Go ahead, John, please.
That's okay. So my question is Ellen no longer a part of our group? Because I'm on the dog park ad hoc with her, and she's also on Measure J and pickleball. The other members of the dog park ad hoc were Travis and Ellen and me. So Travis is gone. If Ellen is also gone, that means I'm now the only person on the dog park ad hoc committee. I didn't know that Ellen's term was ending in June.
Thank you, John. Yeah, currently, yeah, Ellen has stepped down. Her commitment has been filled. She has been a valuable member for our commission. She is going to approach the Palm Springs Unified School District and find a new liaison between the school district and the Parks and Recs Commission. She is still a wealth of knowledge and still has a whole bunch of connections. So I'm sure you can reach out and ask her where, if she had anything lingering, what could be brought to us. If anybody else would like to step up, now would be a good time as well to help John out, work with the dog park community or even the pickleball as well. Like I said, we are going to be going dark next month, but does not mean work just needs to stop. I'd like to continue moving progress forward, as you all know. So I know we're kind of short some members right now as well. So, but the dog park is another issue we are trying to work on. It's also going to be part of our facility maintenance, that's coming up as well. That's going to be in the bigger picture. I think a lot of these issues are in the bigger picture that's coming up. We just got the budgets approved. So now we just got, city moves a little slow, but budgets are getting approved. So we're gonna start moving forward with a lot of these projects that we have been talking about for a while. Now we got a director here as well that's actually taking the reins and making sure stuff is getting done. So, yeah, maybe if John, I think you guys had a list of concerns of what the community was saying they'd really like to have done at that dog park, for a solution or issues. If we can get that list brought back up to us, I'm not saying right now, but if you have a chance, you can email it back to us. So that way we can have a chance to look at it, digest it, get it into Yvonne's hands and have her take a look at it as well. She has to get up to date with everything as well. So that would be awesome if we can do that. And I'm more than willing to help step up to help with the dog park subcommittee. But if somebody else would have time, that would be awesome as well. I am kind of stretched thin right now, but I'd be more than happy to help out.
I'm good with sending what we already had in the works, if you will. And if
Yes.
we want to wait till Ellen's replacement comes, maybe that person would want to join the dog park. I mean, I don't want anybody to be on too many ad hoc committees.
Yes. Well, I agree with you on that too. Maybe we could talk to Chris or Dieter, even Jody, see if these other commissioners that aren't here today, maybe we can see if they can get one of them to step up. I'll have Janet send out an email, because we cannot communicate directly with them. That's a Browns Act violation. We'll see if we can have Janet send out an email asking, hey, commissioners, we have some ad hoc openings. We need somebody to step up. Are you available? Would you be willing to do it? So we can get somebody in there, or as well, of course, the new liaison too, but I don't know how long it will take for the school district to put somebody in place for the liaison placement. They might wait till the beginning of school year, which is only around the corner anyways.
Understood. I mean, I'm good either way. I'm at the dog parks either by myself or with friends, so I'm okay with handling it right now.
Awesome. John, I appreciate that. Thank you. We'll keep you up to date. We'll keep everybody else up to date on that. That's I know it's another big issue here with the city, so we'll get everything going on all this. Is there any other questions or reports from any other ad hocs? I think we pretty much covered those. So at this time, everybody, we're going to move on to commissioner comments, commissioner reports. Any burning desires from anybody?
This is Commissioner Meyer. I just wanted to compliment Yvonne on this sort of format, this new meeting format. It's really streamlined and it's really helpful for keeping momentum. And I think it's also helpful for people who maybe haven't been on the commission as long to kind of see the flow of the meeting. So this has been, I'm not sure if this is a test for future meetings, but this is, I personally find this to be an incredibly helpful format. And I would hope it's also helpful for the public who's participating as well. So thank you very much for taking the time to do this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Susie. I'm enjoying this new PowerPoint layout. It's really cool,
Agreed. I have one thing to say about an event that happened this past Saturday that apparently Jerry doesn't want to toot his own horn about. Because I saw the report, I think it was in the Palm Springs Post or maybe the Desert Sun or maybe both. But there was an event this past Saturday at your business, was it not?
Yes, sir.
To get bicycles to kids who have been waiting for years and years for these bikes. Just looking at photos and stuff from the event, the happiness that was provided to these kids was palpable. So Jerry, you continue to do great things for this community, so keep it up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so just on a quick brief, what I ended up doing is I teamed up with UCP, United Cerebral Palsy of Inland Empire, and they haven't had any bike specialty people like what I do, because I build specialized bikes for people with disabilities, cognitive, physical disabilities, specialized medical equipment. And we got over 16 different kids with, families with different Down syndromes and cognitive disabilities into specialized adaptive bikes this Saturday from all throughout the Inland Empire. About 8 of them were here locally, here in the Coachella Valley, and all the rest came from Riverside, San Bernardino area. And it was super successful. It was very heartwarming, and that's really what I try to do. I'm not about bragging about what I do. I just try to make it better for the next. And it was just my pleasure to be able to do it for them. And it was a very good turnout. We had about 80 people show up. So it was a good turnout. It really was.
I'm happy to brag on your behalf.
Thank you, John. So yeah, other than that, does anybody else have any, thank you very much. Like I said, once again, John, anybody else have any burning desires? I know, like I said, I wanted to remind everybody, September, we are going to go dark for our commission meeting. There is no commission meeting next month. Or is it September? August. Let me make sure. I apologize. Let me clarify.
Okay, yeah.
Our next commission meeting will be in September. We are going dark in August. So our next meeting will be September 26th at 5:30. So we are going to go dark for the month of August, as tradition and as usual. But please, if you have anything going on, you can email Janet, Yvonne, whoever. Prefer to send it to Janet so that way she can get it distributed to everybody. If we have any, keep the momentum going. And other than that, I have nothing else to say.
I just want to say something real quick. Yeah, Jerry, great job over the weekend doing that. What you do is amazing. Keep up the good work. I'm glad you're chair. Yvonne, welcome to the team. I missed you last month.
Thank you.
But you've got a good group here, and we look forward to working with you. And again, my whole thing is just getting some stuff done, get these parks cleaned up, and make our city and our community better. So welcome. It's good to see everybody, and I want you to have a good next month. And we'll see you back in September.
Sounds good. So with that, like I said, our next meeting will be September 26th. Can I get a motion to close?
Motion.
Thank you, Michael. Can I get a second?
I'll
I'll second
second.
that.
All right, I got John. Sorry about those. What time are we at? 6:06. So it's a very streamlined, very quick meeting today, everybody. Want everybody to stay blessed, to stay safe, stay cool in this hot weather, and I'll see everybody in September.
Thank you
you,
so much,
guys.
everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
Ciao.
Take care. Yvonne, thank you very much for leading this. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye, Yvonne. Bye, team.